Welcome back. Welcome back. Before I get into the content, I just want to thank everybody for supporting me to get to the point. Now that I'm monetized, I got memberships. So tap in and check in. All right. So what we're gonna do today is, guys, we're gonna talk about one of the new hustles. As I always state and as I always say, my content not for you. Unsubscribe. Don't recommend. Not interested. Nothing I'm saying and doing is personal. Strictly education and business. All right. So one of the new hustles is church. How come it's a new hustle? Because a lot of people that's into religion don't put logic over emotion. So people that uses church as a hustle, they can use a Quran or Bible or spiritual books or spiritual quotes or spiritual scriptures to keep people in place, to play off their emotions and their vulnerability, to have them believing or accepting. If they don't believe and accept something, something will happen to them for not believing or not accepting. So they'll say, well, if you don't do this, God will punish you. If you don't do this, then you believe in the devil. If you do this, you're going to have to pay. You're living in sin. And I'm not saying those things are true or false. What I am saying is it's time now for you as your own individual soul and your own individual spirituality or your own individual spiritual ties to tap in, to learn on your own if you're living in sin or things you're doing could be or would be or is sinful. Don't allow a reverend, a deacon, a pastor, a pope, a minister, whoever to tell you, well, the way you're living or the way you're conducting yourself in life is going against Christ or God or Allah or Yahweh or the Elohim or the Bible or the Quran or any spiritual books. You have to learn how to become one with your creator. Whoever you think your creator is, that's between you and your creator. Don't allow anyone to tell you, well, but that's going against God. Because there's so many things, definitely nowadays, that people going through and people do that someone else could say, well, you don't believe in God by doing that, or that's sinful, or that's ungodlike, or whatever they're gonna try to implant on or in someone for them to not believe that they believe in God, or for them to say, well, you're not as spiritual as you made it seem to be, or whatever they're gonna say, let them say it. But that don't mean that your spirit or your spirituality is not one with what you believe to be God, or what you believe to be Christ, or what you believe to be the Elohim or Allah or Yahweh or Yahshua or whatever you're calling the Most High or believe the Most High is or should be. That's between you and whatever you see the Most High as. You don't have to prove that to the pastor, the minister, the reverend, the deacon, the pope, a congressperson, somebody in your community, your wife, your husband, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your children, community leaders, people at school, people at the church, or wherever you pray at, or wherever you tend to get your spiritual or religious medication from. You don't have to prove anything to anyone except for yourself. You don't have to do that. You don't. You don't owe that to anyone to say, well, okay, I owe this to such and such for me to prove to them how much I accept or believe in God. You don't have to do that. You have to prove that to yourself. See, the thing that I'm learning and the thing that I appreciate about spirituality, unlike religion, I know where my spirituality is. So I don't have to prove to anyone how much I do or don't believe. I don't have to do that. People are going to challenge me regardless. I could be devoted every day to religion or to Christ or to God or to the Bible or to the Quran or to whatever's connected to religion, and somebody's still going to challenge it or me. So you know what I had to learn to do? Relax and get into my spirituality and let that take me wherever it's going to take me. But I'm not going to be going back and forth and looking to prove or show anyone anything. I know that I believe in God. I know that. But for me to have to prove that and show that to someone, that takes me away from God and has me at odds with someone else. And all God wants from me is tolerance, patience, my soul, and my spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's all God wants from me, for me to be tolerance, patience, my soul, and my spirit. Those are the main ingredients. I'm not saying it's not other things, but those are the main ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Anything else that people added on or want to put, no problem. No problem. But I know that if my soul is not one with God, what else matter? If my spirituality or my spirit is not right, it doesn't matter. That's why I'm going to get back to saying that. It doesn't matter what someone's religion is. If their spirit isn't right, it is null and void now. So that means I don't care if someone is a Christian or a Baptist or a Catholic or a Buddhist or Islam or Israelite or 5%er or whatever they're into, they Hinduism, whatever it is. If your spirit is not right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. See, people run to and through religion because it makes other people leave them alone or make other people stay calm or make other people not question things. See, me, I'm worrying about my spirit and my soul being connected. So therefore, I could be connected to God or the Most High. Or my frequency is at a higher level. Or my vibration is at a higher level. But to be arguing with somebody about the Bible or the Quran or Christianity or being a Baptist or a Catholic or Muslim or whatever other religions that people, it's tons of religion. Tons of religion. But it's only one God or one Most High. It's only one. So no matter how many religions there are, one God. One. One. So why am I going back and forth? And now my spirit and my soul is not aligned any longer, and I'm going back and forth with somebody about religious beliefs. I'm not doing that. I just know that the church nowadays, they're being exposed and they're exploiting people. They're being exposed for exploiting people for money. Like if you don't pay or give X amount of money to the church, I mean, it's videos going around on the internet. It's videos going around the world. How pastors are being exposed for doing things they shouldn't do, for getting money from people they shouldn't be getting it from, asking people for money, or making people believe if they don't donate X amount of dollars, their faith is not totally connected or committed to God or Christ or the Elohim or whatever they're saying that God is called. I'm saying that you really believe, long as your spirit and your soul is connected, God gonna see it, sense it, and feel it. And nothing, nobody could take that away between you and God, you guys' relationship. Nobody. Nobody. It doesn't matter what they say. Nobody can strip you from that. And don't allow nobody to do that. Well, I'm saying, if you really believe in God, you can do this. Okay, that's how you see it. You know what I mean? Things people have told me in reference to believing in God that, oh, well, you ain't really going to make it to heaven. It's like, okay, I won't really make it to heaven. No problem. I'm not going off what they say. They're not God or they're not the Most High. See, it's ironic to me that people say only God could judge us, but people judge people. That's why I say on my platform, I don't judge people. I notice things and I express, but I'm not judging anybody. I'm not judging anybody. I judge myself. I pay attention to me because remember, I'm looking down at the old me, looking up at the new me. All right? So remember, don't allow someone to tell you how you should believe, when you should believe, what you should believe. As long as you know you doing what's right for your spirit and your soul to be connected to God or whatever you see as the Most High or Christ or the Elohim or Yahweh or Yahshua. And before I close the video, let me say this. I say all those names is because people refer to the Most High as so many various different names. And that's another thing about the Most High. As long as you acknowledge the Most High as the Most High, the name is, again, what I'm talking about like the religion. It's just separation. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, quick example, guys, before I close the video out. I could refer to my mom as mother, and my brother or my sister can refer to her as mom or mama. Does that mean that's not my mother, or does that mean that's not their mother? Same thing with my father. I can refer to him as my pops. My sister or my brother could say my dad, or they could say my father, or they could say my old man. Does that mean that's not my father? No, it's still my father. It's just we refer to him or my mom different names. All right, guys, so don't forget, tap in, make sure you like, make sure you share. And again, monetize now. So check in and tap in for those memberships. All right, guys, peace, power, assalamu alaikum. Salute to everybody. Remember, self-respect, self-control, self-awareness, self-accountability. Only focus on what you can control, and that's it. All right, guys, till next time. Peace, one.